Alright everybody, I will go on and get started. So hello, Tommy, thank you for the hugs. Thank you so much. Hakius, hello, how are you doing today? And for all of you lurkers that are in chat, hello. How are you guys doing today? There we go. And I spelled, let me try that again. I failed. There we go. I apologize. I was trying to type your name quickly and there. Let's switch to just chatting. Woo! It suddenly got very warm in my room. So, hello everybody. I almost said good morning. So a few things happening with. I've been playing a lot of Overwatch lately. So yeah, I know, right? Ever since you called out for me, called me out for typing so accurately and quickly, I have not been able to do it. I will type at my own pace from this point forward. So a few things happening. Like today is session 3 of our beginning intermediate level Japanese. By the time we finish these sessions, you should be at the beginning advanced or the intermediate low level of Japanese. I'm like the intermediate low. I'm being very generous though. What will be the hardest part is the kanji recognition, which even for me, it's been so long since I've used kanji that whatever kanji I knew, I've lost so badly. Yay, yeah, I've been playing a lot of Overwatch. Kitsuneko-san, welcome in. Yokoso, Jugyo e yokoso. So today, as you can see, today is session 3. We will be describing physical characteristics and learning how to use te form for adjectives. Now, te form with adjectives will be much simpler compared to our u verbs because there are very, very specific rules. But now, with adjectives, it's actually not so bad. It still is a conjugation form that you do need to know. We did previously learn how to conjugate adjectives into the past tense, and that was something from chapter 1, session Japanese 1. That's what I'm trying to say. Remember, like, instead of conjugating the verb, you conjugate the adjectives in Japanese. Japanese has so many interesting things. But yes, I know Lycos isn't here lurking. We were playing Overwatch. It's been fun. I enjoyed playing DPS and healer. I should probably learn how to tank. I should just learn how to tank. But I don't know, it's like, maybe because Overwatch 2 is coming out, it's getting some more hype. But other than that, we all know that Blizzard's a shit company anyway. We shall see how that goes. So welcome, guys. I did want to share something with you guys. I'm kind of changing my aesthetic. Like, I've been seeing these, whatchamacallit, these kimonos for sale in whatchamacallit, on like my Facebook. That being said, I don't use Facebook. I'm trying to hold on. I'm trying to open this image. Here we go. So I've been trying to change my aesthetic to be more aligned with what I'd like. So I'm actually ordering this. I'm looking forward to this. Like, I'm trying to dress up more, like, with the necklace, the shirt, and then the kimono robe. And maybe for pants, I may try some joggers or something. And honestly, I may try to start wearing those at work. Kind of thing. But it looks so comfortable. I ordered this first to see if I liked the brand and like the fit. It was supposed to be delivered next week, but apparently the delivery is ahead of schedule. So I will let you guys know tomorrow when it arrives how I feel about it. But alas, that's what I'm waiting on. I'm actually very excited for that. And if I do like it more, then lo and behold, I will be buying more of those kimono robes. I should actually get my own yukata. I have one. I don't know where it is now. All right, so let's go on and move on to our lesson. So first off, what is today's date? I'm actually proud of myself doing my second Japanese lesson for the week. Thank you for the good luck, hockeyist. Kyou wa nannen, nangatsu, nanichi, nanyoubi desu ka? How did I see it on Facebook if I don't? Well, I hop into Facebook and I look, but I don't use it. Like, I just look at Facebook and like, what are my relatives doing? And then I'm like, And then I see the ads and I'm like, oh, I kind of like this. Like, apparently there's an ad for like ramen, but it's extremely overpriced. I might as well just go to the Asian market and get the frozen stuff. The pre-made frozen stuff. はい、今日は何年、何月、何日、何曜日ですか ?2021 年。はい。So we'll start with the year. I don't want it in English. There we go. There you go. So 2021年6月30日 and then 水曜日 水曜日 What do you, Kitsuneko-san, what do you call your Wednesdays? What's your title for Wednesdays? Because I know it's Manabu Monday. What was Wednesday? Oh, Wakaru Wednesday. Wakaru. Hi, sold out. All right, so today we're gonna start by describing physical characteristics of people. I'm actually gonna crop a picture from the textbook for this, because when describing people, let me see, where is this? There are many things, and this is actually the practice kind of thing. Actually, I just want to put this in the center, like this. But this is actually from the textbook itself. You see that in each of these images, we're describing a physical trait about these characters. This person, we have, like the example, the eyes are like fucking huge. And then this one, they're tiny as fuck. Then this one's got a big mouth for those wonderful occasions. And this one has a small mouth and no one knows what to deal with that. This person is tall, this one is short. This one's hair is long and this one's hair is short. So these are what I mean by physical characteristics of people, and, well, specifically just people. So like I said, today's goal is describing the traits of people. So when describing physical characteristics of people. Nengapi is faster to say? Oh, I can see that. I can put them all together. Nengapi one on this call. When describing physical traits of people, we could say... Actually, how is this worded? We could say, yeah, we could say this. Like, let's pretend in our example we're talking about this person's eyes. So we could say, who remembers what are eyes in Japanese? This is one of the words that we did learn. What are eyes? In Spanish they are ojos, I believe. Ojos? Hai, me. So let's pretend this person is, let's say his name is like Jeff-san. We could say Jeff-san no me wa, and if we look at these, are they big or are they small? I mean, you can probably tell. Hi, oki desu. They're big, so we're gonna use oki. So oki desu. Do we know the kanji for this? Hold on. We do know the kanji for this. Okay. Oki desu. So Jeff-san no me wa oki desu. So we could say it this way. However, it is more natural when, and this is where I'm using the word specifying, when specifying someone's physical characteristics. Oh my god. It's actually more natural to, when describing someone's physical characteristics, to use ga instead. So in this case, we're gonna say Jeff-san no me ga oki desu. Why? Jeff-san no me ga ooki desu. Man, today's lesson's gonna be short. I can feel it already. I may have to add more to it or add some more practice. So it's more appropriate to use ga when describing someone's physical characteristics. So Jeff-san no me ga ooki desu. Sorry, I'm drinking a lot of tea. Now we're gonna go back to this picture in a moment. But in other words, using this template, or no, not template, using this frame will help you when describing how someone looks. So I'm gonna make a table for here. And I'll center this up, and then we'll add more if we need to. T is cha. Hai, cha. So right now, like, ocha o nomimasu. Ocha o nomimasu. So we'll say, we're gonna put this. Name, san, no, and then here, we're gonna say the physical, their traits. Ga, insert to the right, and then adjective, insert one more, yes. And I would put this in hiragana, but I think this is fine. So our subject would be all of this, and then our adjectives at the end. So the biggest thing we need to remember is that instead of saying something, 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 wa, we're going to be using ga instead. And then we're going to need our adjectives. Now in this chapter, I believe we have several new adjectives as well. This is where I'm going to do my usual spiel. Let me open my Discord. For those of you that are not part of the Discord yet, you can go on and click there. And that will, of course, take you to my Discord. It's gonna, okay, cool, did that. Once you do that, you'll see the rules required. I have some very generic rules. Just, if you agree, react with Jack Love here. And then look for role selector. This is the only way you can get to the Japanese section. And I've been kind of lazy, but I'm probably just gonna remove this role selector thing, since it'd just be easier to have this available. But for now, react with Jack Sip to open up the Japanese lessons, and we're going to our resources. I did put practice up. I'm sorry, I did put it pretty late for using teiru. So you can use that from our last lesson to talk about what Meri-san is doing in these images. In resources, you can find what you should know by this point, as well as the chapter 7 notes. If you click this here, you can follow along with me at the moment. I haven't made the YouTube channel just yet because I need to crop some of my videos before I put them in there. But for now, let me check our vocabulary list again and see what new adjectives did we learn for this one. So we used the verbs last time for teiru. This time I'm focusing on the adjectives. So let's see. Here we have bright, smart, clever, tamagai, cute, kawaii, tall, stature, sega takai, short in stature, sega hikui, long, like this pencil length, long, something is long, not tall, nagai, short, mijikai, fast, hayai, kind, shinsetsu, convenient, benrina, and I think that's, and shinsetsu is also kind, shinsetsu na. But we did learn some a lot of other vocabulary adjectives before. I think it was in chapter 4 or 5 already too. So we can use those there too. And remember, if you do check the Discord and want to find that, you can go back to Japanese 1 resources. I'm gonna check 5. I think it was 5. Click on the vocabulary. And I'm sure we had a lot of adjectives for this one, didn't we? Yes, we did. Like atarashi, atsui, atsui, isogashi, ooki, omoshiroi, and so forth. So you can find them in the chapter 5 vocabulary as well. I feel dead, got a tooth extracted, so I might not Be in class. That's okay, Jesse, if you can't participate. If you can, if you want to, you can just watch and lurk. Or just lay down and relax. Yes, tooth is ha. So with those, let me go on here. Let me open specifically. Oh, oh darn it! Did I close out of it? I must have. All right, I'm gonna put this to the side here. Oh no no! Oh wait, there it is. Okay, and these will be our supplemental words for today. So we're going to use this frame when describing the physical characteristics of someone. I believe you can also use this frame to describe like something that you observe about these people, like characteristics. Like if they're fast, you could say like something ga hayai desu. You would still use ga because you're emphasizing something that person is doing. So for today, we're going to have our supplemental vocabulary for today's lesson. And then we'll have, let's see. We'll have our word, the romaji, and the meaning. So for, let's see, I'm just putting the new ones for today. So our first one. Tamagai. Tamagai literally means the head is, someone's head or forehead is good. This means someone is bright, clever, smart. Our next one, and this is one a lot of people should know already, but kawaii. And this just means cute. Like, sensei ga kawaii desu ne? That actually kind of creepy with the face rig. Kirai? Kirai? Then next we have se ga takai. So se ga, and we learned the kanji for takai this chapter. So I will use the kanji. Se ga takai, not sega. Se ga takai. And this means someone is tall. Oh yeah, kowai. And then the opposite, se ga hikui. And we have not learned the kanji for hikui yet. This means short. And this is stature. Like their height. Terrifying tiger face. Kawaii. Kawaii. The opposite of cute is kawaii. And if you think about it, that makes sense. Like, when someone says the opposite of something beautiful is something that's ugly, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Something, the opposite of happy is sad. Yeah, that makes sense. So the opposite of ugly could also be cute. No, the opposite of cute is actually scary. If you think about it, when something is cute, you shudder because it's adorable. You're like, oh, whereas something is scary, you're like, oh. It's basically the same reaction, just different opposite meanings. It's kind of weird, like when something's like cute and scary things always also force a reaction. Like if something's scary, you feel like you need to run away or just die. Whereas if something's cute, you feel like you need to hug them so much until their head bursts or something, and then they're just not cute anymore. That was a bit much. I apologize. Our next one, nagai for long. Nagai. Then we have short, which is mijikai. Now this is short in length. I will hug you, but I won't decapitate you. But you understand, like if you have a teddy bear, like you want to hug it and squeeze it so tight that it's like when you hug a balloon, the head bursts. Although I wouldn't hug a balloon. I don't think balloons are cute. Short in length, and this is our next one, hayai. Did we learn the kanji for this one? I don't think we did. You know what, here, let's look up. Did we learn the kanji for hayai? No, not yet. Okay, so no kanji for that. This means fast. Then we have Shin Setsu Na. This means someone is kind. I actually, like, you could use kind with yasashi, but I think Shinsetsu na is better. Like, when I hear yasashi, I also think of easy, and I don't like that. And then convenient, benri na. Oops. And this is convenient. These are going to be our new supplemental vocabulary words for this unit. I am going to highlight these in green, because these are E adjectives, and then these last ones in blue, because these are not adjectives. There we go. And that will help differentiate this. Osoi for slow. Osoi. Osoi. Speaking of Japanese stuff, I do have Scarlet Nexus now. I haven't even tried it yet, and I'm not sure if I want to stream it just yet. I may try tomorrow, but I'm not sure if tomorrow is... if we're doing raid stuff with my group tomorrow. In fact, I have to find out if we're raiding tomorrow or not. Toda sensei no me ga kawaii desu yo. My eyes are cute, thank you. And you're using the frame too. Remember, we're describing how someone's look. We're using kawaii ga. Yeah, you may have mixed them together. But anyway, these are our new vocabulary words. We do have several others, but I don't really want to go over them because we've already learned them. So let's try and practice number one. We did the example together. Now, number one, we're still talking about the guy's eyes, but this time they're not big. Remember, we said Jeff-san no me ga ookii desu. So let's try it this time. Let's try practicing together. So number two, let's say his name is not Jeff. Let's say his name is Vince. Vince, and we're still talking about his eyes. How would we describe Vince's eyes based on the image from number two? All right, sorry, the image from number one, because number one, we did the example together. Okay, let me go on with number one. So here's the image. The eyes are small. So using the frame, how would we say Vince's eyes are small? Vince-san. Vince-san. I see what you did here. So Vince-san no. And now what trait are we talking about? Vince-san no. We're still talking about the same thing. Who remembers? What is our word for eyes? Hey, me. Vince-san no me. Now, let's continue this. Vince-san no me. Using our frame, we must use particle ga. And now we need our word for small. We said ookii. Deshite more like ja arimasen for the negative. Or janai desu. But even then, I don't think that's correct. There's a different way to conjugate our e adjectives. Ookii kunai desu. That is correct, Jesse. Chisai, and this one is kanji we have learned. Did we learn it this chapter or last chapter? Oh, there it is. Here, chi for small. So Vince-san no me ga chisai desu. Vince-san no me ga chisai desu. And remember, using this particle ga for the emphasis, because we're specifically talking about someone's, this person's eyes. And for those of you that don't know, that aren't strong with hiragana just yet, Vince-san no me ga chisai desu. How did I forget chisai? For those of you that are on Discord, I made myself ramen today, by the way. It was very delicious. I've been using some pre-made ramen packet stuff. I'm trying a tonkotsu broth, and today I used chashu, pork chashu, bean sprouts, green onions. I don't have nori. I couldn't find my nori, but I also used tamago. Like here, I'm gonna show it off. Where is it? Share your food. Here it is. It's a side picture. I apologize, but it was really yummy. It was really yummy. I may have put too much meat, but I like the meat. I think I still prefer like, whatchamacallit? I still prefer a nice shio ramen broth, a nice light one. So I did forget the word, but I worked around it. So do I get extra credit? No, you actually conjugated it wrong, no. Remember, for E adjectives. In fact, I like that you put it in past tense. So I want to, for review. When conjugating sentences with adjectives. And this is actually a good time to review this, actually. Table. So we'll label this one, let's center this. We'll put this one in green because we're gonna do E adjectives first. And the E adjectives ones are the ones that are more obnoxious. So this will be present, positive, negative. And this will be past, positive, negative. And let's use chisai again. So for this one, I want to see who remembers. Wait, that's not centering. We're gonna use chisai again. Example, chisai. Who remembers? Well, how do we conjugate? Like, if something is small, chisai. Chisai what? Chisai what? I think this was chapter 5. Yes, we just had des. So this will be chisai des. What about the negative? What if it's not small? Chisai what? And this is where it gets a little confusing. Like if something is not small, chisai. Janai des, not for E adjectives. Because this is an E adjective, we don't use janai des. Yes, sir. Welcome in. Hi, chisa kunai desu. Remember, replace the final E with kunai. Chisa kunai desu. Chisa kunai desu. Replace that final E with kunai. Yep, just banned him. These are Japanese lessons. If you don't understand that, then you're dumb as fuck too. Go back to your Republican threshold. Anyway, we replace it with the final E adjective. Chisa kunai desu. What about for past positive? What is our past positive? Chisai desu, chisa kunai desu for the present negative. What is past positive? And then we do past negative. So we're using chisai. It's okay, he's banned. Remember, this is review, and this is actually a good time to do it because we're kind of gonna be using this again very soon. Yeah, exactly, right? Past positive, chisai. What if it was small? Like when I was a child, I was small. When my koneko. Jakunai desu. Nope. Remember, janai is for the na adjectives. The na adjectives are easier. All right, we're doing past positive. Past positive. Chisa. I'll give you a hint. Starts with a K. Chisa. Hey, Kizuneko-san, chisa katta. Chisa katta desu. Chisa katta desu. So we're removing that final E and replacing it with katta. It's okay. Like, I remember I had to review this again with my... Wait, why did it all highlight in red? I don't want it to highlight in red. No! Chisa katta desu. There we go. There we go. Chisa katta desu. I had to review this again for my Japanese 2 kids because usually like the Japanese 1 takes me an entire year in high school. And we did it in like 28 lessons. Alright, so finally, the past negative for E adjectives using chisai as our example. We're gonna replace that final E with what? Similar to chisakunai, we're gonna do something very similar. Chisaku... Hey, kunakatta desu. That is correct. So, this one. Chisakunakatta desu. I'm glad I can use the kanji. So replace that final E with kunakatta. Kunakatta, or something like that. And I'm gonna highlight this because this is actually really important to remember. Now, again, for review, when conjugating sentences with adjectives, this time we're gonna use our na adjective. Let's use our new one. We're gonna use shinsetsu because it's one of our new adjectives. Shinsetsu na. Desu? Like, I recognize the kanji, but I know I'm reading it wrong. It's not watashi tachi, right? Watashi tachi wa endo desu? Oh, I need to move this down. Yes, to say that his eyes were not large, you say okikunai desu. That is correct. Vince-san no me ga okikunai desu. Say the negative. Tensai, tensai. This time, like I said, we're going to focus on... Let me draw it. And I use blue for our non-adjectives. So, like I said, present, we'll start with present positive, negative. Past positive, negative. Now, the non-adjectives are much easier compared to the E adjectives because they don't really change much. Shinsetsu na. I'm kind of surprised. I'm so like the thoughts of that like troll are still lingering in my head. Like, seriously, it's just Japanese lessons. And you're gonna be like, speak English, motherfucker. Oh my god, this is America. Like, really? Really? Like, dude, what did you think was gonna happen? Oh my god. Oh, he's banned. Out of sight, out of mind. Anyway, shinsetsu. How do we do present positive? Present positive. Shinsetsu wa. Shinsetsu wa present positive wa nan desu ka? Shinsetsu na wa present positive de nan desu ka? De wa nan desu ka? Yeah, I don't get it. Shinsetsu na. We want to say that someone is kind. Shinsetsu na. Shinsetsu na. Shinsetsu. This, like I said, this one's really pretty. The na adjectives are really simple. If you know des, you know na adjectives. This is our present part. It's gonna be similar to chisai. So shinsetsu, using shinsetsu. Here we go. Shinsetsu na. And present positive. Shinsetsu what? We are gonna use Shinsetsu. Shinsetsu. We don't know the kanji for this just yet. That is a kanji we will learn soon though. For this one, it's simply just gonna be Shinsetsu desu. Shinsetsu desu. Yep, just simple Shinsetsu desu. We basically just add desu. Remember, for not adjectives, it's really just the adjective and then conjugate desu. So what would the present negative be? Shinsetsu, sorry. Shinsetsu, what's the negative, present negative of desu? Turn into liquid slush, that's okay. Shinsetsu what? Shinsetsu desu. Negative, present negative, that's past tense. In fact, since you did that, let's do that. Hold on. Shinsetsu deshita. Asano's got janai desu. So Shinsetsu janai desu. Shinsetsu janai desu. You could be more polite and say Shinsetsu ja arimasen, which is, it's much longer to say, but it is more polite. For the sake of this lesson, I'm just gonna simplify it to this one. Haki has already mentioned that deshita is our past tense. So Shinsetsu deshita, what would be the past negative? Shinsetsu what? Shinsetsu what? That's fair, Hakius. I tend to build, I like teaching the grammar and then building up with it. Shinsetsu arimasen deshita. You're close. That is the polite way of saying it. Shinsetsu ja arimasen deshita. What was the other way? Because janai is more accepted nowadays. Ja arimasen deshita would be considered like super polite at this point. Dewa arimasen is just like ja arimasen. Dewa arimasen is how would you, that's how you would write it. How you would see ja arimasen written on paper. So like, I would say, if I was being polite, I would say Shinsetsu ja arimasen deshita. That person was not kind. If I wrote that in like a story, Shinsetsu dewa arimasen deshita. They were, it's the same thing, it's just a different type of, the different medium of delivery. Shinsetsu janakatta desu for this one. So Shinsetsu janakatta desu. So for these. Alright, let me go back to our E one. So I know I can't hear you guys, but go on and repeat this with me. We'll do the present positive and negative first. So for chisai, it's chisai desu. Chisai desu. Then chisakunai desu. Chisakunai desu. For past positive, past negative, chisakatta desu. I'm holding out this E on purpose. Chisakatta desu. Because it's not chisakatta desu. That would be something different. Chisakatta desu. And then our last one, chisakunakatta desu. Wow, these are fun to say. Chisakunakatta desu. Chisakunakatta desu. For our non-adjective, Shinsetsu desu. Shinsetsu desu. Shinsetsu janai desu. Shinsetsu janai desu. Or past positive, negative, Shinsetsu deshita. Shinsetsu deshita. And then our past negative, Shinsetsu janakatta desu. Shinsetsu janakatta desu. Shinsetsu blah blah blah. Shinsetsu janakatta desu. I know that was a weird segue for us to review, but let's go on back to the lesson. We talked about the eyes. We're gonna talk about the mouth now. So this person has a big mouth. So we're gonna say Let's return to describing physical characteristics of people. So for number 2, we're gonna talk about, gosh darn it. Someone who talks a lot. Let's call this one Whiskey. Whiskey Dingo San. We're talking about what? Number 2, we're talking about what? What are we talking about in with Whiskey Dingo? Yeah, we're talking about kuchi, or mouth. We're talking about mouth. So we're talking about mouth, kuchi, and Hokius already gave us the word. It's large, so oki, big. So put this in a full sentence. Hokius has got the frame, but like I said, I want you guys to use the topic for this as well. I think it's like spelled that way actually. Whiskey Dingo San. San no kuchi. We did learn the kanji for kuchi. Kuchi ga oki desu. God, I'm so happy we can use kanji. Whiskey Dingo San no kuchi ga oki desu. Past negative. Shinsatsu janakatta desu for past negative. So for this one, let's say this one together. Because we're talking about Whiskey Dingo's mouth. Whiskey Dingo-san no kuchi ga ookii desu. Oh, I see. There you go. Whiskey Dingo-san no kuchi ga ookii desu. And then one last time. Whiskey Dingo-san no kuchi ga ookii desu. Actually, this is taking more time than I thought. I'm happy we did the review. Let's go to number 4 and 5, because we're talking about something else in this one. Let's talk about number 4 first. This character in this image is tall. So like I said, we're gonna skip number 3, we're gonna go ahead to number 4. Let's make number 4, who do I know that's tall? Let's say Lycos. Lycos-san. He's tall. So we're just describing him as tall. So using our frame again, I want you guys to try to build this one. Name-san no blank ga adjective desu. This one's actually kind of simple because the frame is already used. Notice for our adjective for tall in stature, we have se ga takai. Se ga takai. We have ga already here. So we're talking about se, then ga takai desu. This is actually really simple. It's already here, to be honest. So Lycos-san, we said he was tall. Lycos-san no se ga takai. Ooh, we don't know se. But we do know that kanji. Lycos-san no se ga takai desu. I kind of gave you the answer to this one. But I kind of... There is a ga. It's right there. And the reason why I didn't do that is because the adjective here is already split into this. Se means back. Someone's back. Ga takai. Someone's back is tall. Yeah, which is weird because the ga is included into this adjective. In which case, I want you to try saying that Jack Sensei is short. In chat, go in and make this one. In English, Jack Sensei is short in stature. Go in and try to build this sentence then. Jack Sensei is short in stature. I'll put the adjective list here. There you go. So that's your prompt. Jack Sensei is short. And then type your answers. I have one answer. Jack Sensei no se ga hikui desu. Yep, you both are correct. So Jack Sensei, we did learn the kanji for sensei. No. Jack Sensei wa, actually no, you don't need wa. You don't need wa in that. So Jack Sensei no se ga hikui. We don't know that kanji yet. Hikui desu. Jack Sensei no se ga hikui desu. Jack Sensei no se ga hikui desu. That's correct, Yasunonix. Se ga hikui desu. Jesse, you were close. You just don't need wa there. No se ga hikui desu. So Jack Sensei no se ga hikui desu. Very good, everyone. Bring out my inner conquistadora. There are some instances where you would put two particles directly in front of each other, specifically when using ni or de. Like, I could say doko ni mo ikimasen. Doko demo arimasen. I'm using de and wa in that case. Yeah, there are some cases where you can use both. Like, wa is one of those where if no topic has been marked, you may use it anyway. So I could say like Toshikan ni wa ikimasen. Sometimes it's possible jokes on me. I think we've got this. I think you guys understand how this frame works. For the rest, I'm going to give you practice problems on this in the Discord. In fact, here, I'm gonna copy this image again. I'm gonna put it in the Discord under practice. Describe these characteristics. And for some reason, I can't copy the image here. Let's see. Copy. Why? Why must it do this? Here, we'll do it this way. There we go. So I'll put these as the practice problems as well, so that you guys can try that. When you do this, make sure you label practice 1 or practice 2, so I know which one you're trying to get answers on. Oh yes, we had, well, I apologize. I actually put the practice up like today. Hold on. Let me see what other examples we can do with this, because this is actually a very relatively quick example. Actually, yeah, I think we can move on. So we'll go on to the next part, which is conjugating adjectives into te form. Now, you guys know that te form, I told you guys that te form was very, very important. But we can actually use te form now to, with our adjectives to describe things using more than one example. Before, we would say like, neko wa kawaii desu. Neko wa orenji desu. Neko wa chisai desu. I would have to like separate those descriptors into separate sentences. But with te form, we can actually combine them into one. Use this chart to help you conjugate adjectives into te form. Please be aware, we use the present positive, well, we just use the present tense only when conjugating into te form. I'm thinking about that. I don't know if that's correct. No, we don't. I think we can use it at the right. So we're gonna do it this way. I think this chart should be pretty simple. I don't think this chart should be very elaborate. So I'm gonna center these up again. And I may need more. But since this is our new one, we'll use our new green. So our first one, we're gonna do our E adjective. No, they do not. They have these adjectives have their own rule because they end in E. So E adjectives, replace final E with kte. Replace that final E with kte. Now, this adjective, E, which means good, or E, there's a special rule for this one. This one is an irregular adjective. Use yokute for this one. So this is basically the rule for E adjectives. Replace that final E with kute. So example, chisai would turn into what? Chisai turns into what? Chisai to what? If we're replacing that final E with kute. Yes, that's it. Chisakute, that's correct. Chisakute. We replace that final E with kute, and I'll highlight that, because that's our new one. Chisakute. Now, when you wanted to say something was good, like E, you replace it with yokute. And our example, I'm gonna use atama ga ii, which means smart. How would we change this? Atama ga ii turns into what? Atama ga ii turns into what? Hai, atama ga yokute. Atama ga yokute. Some of you may know this one. I don't think we've learned this one yet. We may have. Kakkoi. Like, so cool. Kakkoi desu ne. Kakkoi. Did I spell that right? Kakkoi? Yeah, I just spelled it right. Kakkoyokute. That is correct. That is correct. kakkoyokute. Because it ends with E, you're going to do it. Now be careful because not every adjective that ends with E it means this. Like for example, kawaii. Kawaii is a normal E adjective. It's not irregular. So kawaii would be kawaikute, not kawaiyokute. That would be incorrect. Kawaikute. So these are our rule for the E adjectives. I'm gonna move this down so that there's space. There we go. Now, our not adjectives. A bit simpler. Replace na with just de. You just replace that na with de. Oops. So for example, let's use shinsetsu again. Or kind, shinsetsu na. Will turn into what? Hai, shinsetsu de. Shinsetsu de. Very simple. Na adjectives are very, very simple. But if this is the case for not adjectives, this is also going to be noun plus des. Noun plus des. So if we said like neko des, like it is a cat. This has the same rule as not. You replace des with de. So example would be neko des turns into what? And I already said this answer, but what would it be? Neko des turn neko de. I could say like kore wa neko de chisakute kawaii desu. I could say this is a cat, it is small and it is cute. By using te form instead of using separate sentences. I'll put this here. Since I highlighted that one, I'm gonna highlight this. Told to link them. That's a difference. Told would mean and, but in this case, since we're combining adjectives, we have to conjugate the adjectives, not use told. So neko ga chisakute kawaii desu is grammatically correct in Japanese. And in English, we would think neko ga chisai to kawaii desu would make sense because we are considering told to be the same thing as and. But that doesn't, it's not the exact translation. In order to combine sentences with this, we have to use te form, both with verbs and with adjectives. Yes, use told to connect nouns. Use te form to connect verbs, sentence phrases, and adjectives. Hi, neko ga chisakute kawaii desu. The cat is small and cute. Would be grammatically correct in Japanese. Neko ga chisakute kawaii desu. And these are our rules for conjugating adjectives into te form. So with that, Could you add more te adjectives like that? You could actually. Do you want more examples? Or like, are you asking like, could we add more to describe something? Like, I could say here. We could say the cat is small, cute. Let me try this. The cat is kind, small, cute. And let me think of one more. And fast. So in this case, we're talking about the cat. So we're gonna start with Neko. Why not color? Honestly, we haven't really talked much about colors yet. And even then colors, we have the noun for colors and we also have adjectives for colors, and some of them are slightly different. So we still have to say like Neko ga, because we're talking about the cat still. Neko ga, what was kind? Right, this is our example, kind. How would we say, we're gonna first use this example. Oh, hold on, let me change this to practice. Neko ga shinsetsu de. Neko ga shinsetsu de. Small. So we did our first adjective, but next we have small. Neko ga shinsetsu de. Hai, chisakute. Chisakute. Kawaikute. Kawaikute. And this is actually why I'm doing this. The last one ends our sentence. This ends our sentence because we're not connecting to any other adjectives. We conjugate this last adjective as normal, as if it were by itself. What is present positive of fast? Fast is one of our supplemental words. Fast is hayai. What was present positive? Yeah, just hayai desu. Hayai desu. And that ends the sentence. So, Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawakute. I don't know. Hold on. For some reason, my Alexa turned on. Kawaikute hayai desu. Now, this is where I want to point out this last one. Yeah, I did spell it. Chisakute. Chisakute. So Neko ga, I'll say this one. Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawakute hayai desu. I'm using 4 adjectives in this sentence. Jesse, did this answer your question if I could add more adjectives? I mean, like, using te form, I could add more and more and more to describe this cat, but we even in English, like, listing physical traits like this would be considered awkward. You like this example? Okay. I'm going to highlight this last part and put it in, like, a deeper red. And there's a reason why I'm going to do this. Pay attention to the last adjective in a sentence. This last one will always declare the tense of the sentence. It's so red you can barely read the text. Here, let's try this. There. the last one will always declare the tense of the sentence. Now for this one in English, we are using is, which is present. So if I wanted to say, I'm gonna use the same adjectives. The cat was kind, small, cute, and fast. I'm now in past tense. Everything about this sentence will be the same, except for that last one. Maybe the cat died and we're describing what they were. So in this one, neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute. I spelled kawaii wrong, I just realized that. Kawaikute hayai deshita. Remember, we're using an e adjective. What is our past tense for e? Past tense for e. Because hayai is an e adjective. I'll go back down to this. The cat was kind. Kunai would be the negative. Yeah, kunai, it was not fast. Or is not fast. That's present negative. Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawakute haya. Past positive. Haya what? Haya. Yes, katta. Hayakatta desu. Oops. Hayakatta desu. So, neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute. I spelled this wrong again. Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute hayakatta desu. Notice that all of the adjectives in the first part have stayed the same. Except for the last one. That's because our last adjective is going to define the tense of this verb, of this sentence. And then this one I will highlight in yellow. This final adjective is in the past tense. This means the whole sentence is past tense. Even though these other te form verbs are just in regular te form, this last adjective defines the tense of this sentence. It's the same with normal te form. I could say, sushi o tabete, ocha nomimashita. I'm still using the normal te form. Any questions on this now? 質問がありますか? Oh, I think I fixed it right as you typed it. I hope this was good practice, guys. So again, I'm gonna read out both sentences, and then we will practice it together. So the neko is kind, small, cute, and fast. So neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute hayai desu. Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute hayai desu. I just realized I can do this one in kanji. Wait, why did I do that? Nande? There we go. Yeah, I was reading the first one first. So again, for the first one, this one is in present tense. Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute hayai desu. And in the second example, we are now in the past tense. So we conjugate the last adjective into the past tense. So for this one, Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute hayakatta desu. And then one more time. Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute hayakatta desu. I did put nego. Neko ga shinsetsu de chisakute kawaikute hayakatta desu. Now notice that we're still describing this cat. So we're using that ga. We're still describing using this, like the thing, particle ga, and then the adjectives. We're still using this this form. That's actually going to be it for today's lessons. Let me see if I can find a few practice problems that you guys, like 1 or 2 practice problems you guys can do real quick before I go forward with this. Here, we'll do this one. So let's do an example together. And this will segue into the practice that I will give you guys today. So let's insert table. So we have this character. Her name is Yui. This is Yui-san. This is Yui-san. She has 2 adjectives describing her. What do they mean? Me and my English. So this is Yui-san. We have, what are the adjectives? Yeah, I got it. We have kawaii and yasashi. And remember, I don't really like yasashi, but we're gonna use it. What does kawaii mean? Kawaii. Kawaii. Cute. And then yasashi. Who remembers yasashi? Cute. And then our second adjective, yasashi. Yasashi. This is one of our older ones. You may have to check chapter 5 vocabulary for this one. It's very, it means the same thing as shinsetsu. And then Hakis has the answer already. Yasashi means kind also. It also means kind. It's another way you can say that. So when we describe, oh my god, describing you, we can say Yui-san ga kawaikute yasashii desu. I want you, so Yui-san ga kawaikute yasashii desu. Honestly, I don't really know. They're both used interchangeably, to be honest, to describe kind. I think shinsetsu is more stronger, maybe? I'm not too sure. This time, flip the adjectives. Use the same words, but flip them. Start with yasashi first. We have Yui-san ga kawaikute yasashii desu. Now flip the adjectives this time. So flip the adjectives. Use kind first. Yui-san ga yasashikute kawaii desu. That is correct. So Yui-san ga yasashikute kawaii desu. Yasashikute kawaii desu. Very good. And that's what the practice is going to be for the next lesson. Actually, I'll put that practice on the Discord in a moment. So Yui-san ga yasashikute kawaii desu. That is correct. Hai. So that is using te form with our adjectives to describe people or things. So that's going to be the end of the lesson for today, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. Like I said, I'm going to put more of the practice here. We have the physical characteristics, but then I will do the rest. Wait, you should be in hiragana. Yeah, okay. So Shinsetsu is more like a considerate type of kindness, whereas Yasashi is more of a gentleness. I mean, like, they're similar in meaning, but there was a way to separate them. Since Yui is a name, I could have put it in katakana. So either way would have worked. I just use it in hiragana for now. But like I said, that's going to be it for the lesson. Kitsuneko-san, I don't know if you're starting your stream yet or not, but my dinner's ready, and I'm kind of hungry. Yeah, I used the hiragana in the example. Eventually, you'll use kanji. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. Our next lesson, I'm not sure if I'm going to do another lesson this week. Typing in mobile ga muzukashii desu. Hai. Mobile type wa muzukashii. Lesson was interesting. Muy interesante. Actually, I don't know how to say that in past tense. Literally starting all the software to stream. All right, so I'll wait for a little bit. Our next lesson, we will be talking about... Wow, we actually have one more lesson of grammar, and then we're done with this unit. I'm trying to extend the lessons a bit longer. I may try to do a reading with you guys instead. Because, like, we did plenty of the grammar and creating sentences, but I want you guys to have more listening practice, and I'm not too sure how to adequately do that on stream just yet. But I will put those practice problems again on Spango hanashitemasen. Spango o hanashitemasen. Don't forget the particle, the object particle. So I'll put this in the Discord also for practice. Make sure you label, if I can spell. There we go, use the adjectives to describe these people. I know it's all in hiragana, katakana, so do your best. Spango o hanashitemasen. I speak Spanish. Cool. 私がスペイン語を別に話していません. I don't really know it. Or I don't really speak it. So I did put those practice problems again, and if you guys are if there are any lurkers here that want to get to the practice, let me go over Discord again. That will take you to my Discord. Remember, just accept the rules. And right now, I'm actually using the textbook for the practice so that you guys can try to get into that. It's here in the Japanese 2 practice. Remember, and some of you have like started doing this, use the spoilers tag to hide your answers so that no one else can see them. If you're gonna do this, I want to put like practice 1 and then put your answers blah 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 blah, blah like this. But remember, spoilers tag. So practice 1 is using teiru to show what Mary is doing right now. Like she is talking. You may have to click on the images to make them larger. They are kind of small on my screen. But they're there for you. So thank you guys for coming in. Like I said, our next lesson will probably be the last lesson we do in regard to grammar. I am going to try to do more listening, speaking practice with you guys and see, specifically reading also, since at this level, it's starting to become more important that you do reading practice. Thank you guys one more time. Next lesson we'll be learning how to count people as well as using verb stem plus niku. So I talked about te form before. I will be bringing back the verb stem again. In fact, let me go back to Discord real quick. If you go back to Japanese 1 resources, if I go to chapter 6. Here. Chapter 6. I mentioned with te form, I think it was te form. Here, there is a major difference between stem form and te form. We will be using stem form for our next lesson, which will probably be on Monday. If I do stream again later this week, I'm not sure what it's going to be yet. It's probably going to be Final Fantasy at this point. So once again, thank you guys for coming in. Let's see who we can raid out to. Let's see if Kitsu's ready. Kitsu's Neko-san's ready, and then we will raid out to them. Let's see, twitch.tv/Kitsu. There we go. Yes, she is live. So we're going to raid out to Kitsuneko, who will continue the Japanese stream. Let's use our raid message. This will be our raid message. Kitsuneko-san ga kawaikute yasashii desu. We'll say that he's cute. She is cute and kind. So Kitsuneko-san ga kawaikute yasashii desu. And then add whatever emotes you want to that. So like, I'll do this, and I'll add my Jack heart emotes like this. This is the raid message I'm going to use. So thank you guys again. I have to set up the raid. There we go. I will catch everybody later. Bye bye.